Now I've been watching you as the sun peeps through your window, girl. They're shining down onto. Now I just imagine now all my dreams come true. The way you're smiling on your pillow, baby, must mean that you think so too. Now do you? Now why, oh why in the world did we have to wait so long? Then you smile and say, baby, the universe is never wrong. You and I just had some things. Now time had to work in our heart. Now it's you and me together, darling. Ain't nothing gonna keep us apart. Come on, baby, I got your shoes. Come on, baby, 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 now I got your shoes. Now we always end up dancing to our own groove. Now you must be the one, 'cause baby, even grandma approves. So come on, baby, come on, baby, come on, baby. Ow! Come on, baby. Now Lord knows we've had some haters. Now girl, they tried to bring us down.
Sure did now.
And now they're standing with their mouths wide open. I wonder what they're thinking right now, baby.
I don't care, no.
Come on, baby, I got your shoes. Come on, baby, 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 now I got your shoes. Come on, baby, 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 now I got your shoes. My feet are blackened from the roads that I have walked, but now I finally found where I've been running from. Just one more mile of pavement under my feet. My baby's arms are open and waiting for me, and I say, yeah, 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 Carolina day. And I say, yeah, 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 Carolina day. Remember the good times down by that old muddy water. Seemed like that old river just went on and on. You were so young back then and hot as a firecracker. I couldn't wait to get you all laid long. And I said, yeah, 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 Carolina day. And I said, yeah, 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 Carolina day. Come on. Down on 216 Leland Avenue, I seen love flash before my eyes. Now your mama busted in. What you seen sure was sin. Lord, she must have been so surprised. And I said, yeah, 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 Carolina day. And I said, yeah, 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 Carolina day. Where have all the good times gone? Can we get them back now, baby? Carolina days, I can hear you calling me on. Ah, you still got that look, and all I wanna do is love you. Carolina days, I can hear you calling me home. And I say, yeah, 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 Carolina day. And I say, yeah, 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 Carolina day. And I say, yeah, 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 Carolina day.
Carolina day.
Carolina day.
Carolina day.
Ah, now skipping school
Oh yeah.
and being a fool.
Oh.
Carolina day. Where have all the good times gone? Can we get them back now, baby? Carolina day.
Carolina day.
Carolina day.
Carolina day. Yeah.
Carolina day.
Carolina day.
Carolina day.
Carolina days. Oh, come on, Bootsy. You're so sweet to me, even when you don't have to be. I knew from the start you were going to steal my heart. But I would give it to you and I'm your June. It don't matter where we've been in our past. All we got is now, and making love last. I can see forever in your eyes. 'Cause you're my Johnny, and I'm your June. You're my Johnny, and I'm your June. Play it, baby. We don't need no money, we don't need much of anything at all. Hand in hand and heart to heart, you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. 'Cause you're my Johnny, and I'm your June. You're my Johnny, oh, I'm your June. You're my Johnny, and I'm your June. It'll lure you in, just a single gaze, swirl you up in all blinding haze. But it takes two to tango as it pulls you in. It's enticing, inviting you in, don't lose your soul to the witch's bowl. Back up, don't get too close. Nobody knows where the spirit goes, but the secret always lies within. Temptation's always a sin. Don't lose your soul to the witch's bowl. Don't lose your soul to the witch's bowl.
Step right in.
It'll lure you in.
Have no fear.
You will fall.
Lose your soul.
Don't lose your soul to the witch's bowl. Can you feel the danger? Like taking candy from a stranger. Well, it may seem harmless, but to you I must confess. Don't lose your soul.
Step right in.
It'll lure you in.
Have no fear.
You will fall.
Lose your soul.
Don't lose your soul to the witch's bowl. To the witch's bowl. To the witch's bowl. Don't lose your soul.
Welcome to the Tony D. Now Show. Tonight we have Stolen Hearts with Pam Taylor and Robert Johnson. And of course, my co-host, Mr. Martini, John Martin. Pam, I'd like to start with you, okay?
Okay.
Tell me how Stolen Hearts got started with it.
Well, it was the demise of other things that got Stolen Hearts started. I had a band called Pam Taylor Band, and with my dad, Mike Taylor, and a couple other very fabulous musicians in the area, and it just kind of fizzled out after a couple years. And we had just released a CD and was about to go on tour, and some things happened. And Robert and I met, and we both had separate things going on. And about the same time, both of our bands kind of fell apart. And we were not doing much of anything. We just kind of talking about future stuff, and it's like, why don't we do this together? We tried doing it with bandmates and everybody's like friends and family, but to do it with with each other, we knew that there was nobody else in the whole wide world that would care about my music as much as he does, and vice versa. So that's how Stolen Hearts got started. And it really just about playing songs that really matter to us. And we were starting out in restaurants, playing in corners, just as a duo, and that was really, we were happy with that, We were both kind of trying to figure out what we wanted to do musically after those things, but sometimes good things have to fall apart so something better can come together.
Robert, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Both of you, hearing that is interesting, but your background in music goes not probably, but maybe even further back. But you've been playing for a long time with a lot of different people, I think, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tell us, the viewing audience, a little bit about that.
Yeah, well,
How you kind of got cranked up in this thing.
Well, I really had just gotten to the point. I started playing when I was 15, and then of course you got to go through high school and you're playing all. You know how it is because you got plenty of time, and then you know, the real world hit, and I had to work, and I had kids, and that kind of thing going on, and so I kind of put it on the back burner, and was just kind of the guy that just played in the living room a lot. And then my dad, he's my stepdad, but I call him my dad, introduced me to Ken Knox from the chairman of the board. And General had just passed away, and Ken was doing an offshoot band, basically a band to open, to do this thing to open for the chairman. And he took me down there to Surfside Records, which is down there on East Boulevard, and went down there and met Ken. I played a bunch of songs for him, and he put me in this band called Carolina Connection. And through that, I met a lot of people, and got started.
I can hear a little R&B in your.
There's a whole lot of R&B in there. Yes, sir. There's a whole lot of church, whole lot of R&B.
Yeah,
you know,
I can hear it. Yeah.
Thanks. I'm glad.
That's a compliment.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Yeah. So and then I was through that, and through people that I met that way, and in church as well, I started a band called Moses Jones.
Right, I remember that one.
Yeah, and that was just a band of brothers playing music, man. That's all it was. But it just kind of fizzled out.
Here we are.
And then here we are.
Here we go.
Just like Pam said, from it's like Stolen Hearts is like a phoenix. Really, that's what
Yeah, we rose from the ashes of other projects. That just wasn't exactly what our path at the time. So.
Pam, you mentioned your dad, okay? So I assume you had a musical background, like a family background.
Yes, my music was prominent in our household. And my grandfather, Melvin Taylor, he had a radio show, and he, I guess it was probably in the 50s or 60s, and he's a guitar picker, country gospel. He still plays in his church now. He goes to a cowboy church and plays in church, and it's still good to see him playing music. But yeah, it does run in my family. I found out recently that my great-grandparents were musicians too. My great-grandmother played harpsichord, the big harp, and my great-grandfather played harmonica. And they, so it's really, it may go back beyond that. I'm not even sure, but yeah, it's definitely in my blood. And with my dad's musical background, he grew up listening to Junior Walker and the All-Stars, Wilson Pickett. He was like one of the only white men at the James Brown concert when James Brown came to concert back in the 60s.
I've been. I was one of
Oh, you must have been that other guy.
I was one of that. I was that other guy.
That's his claim. That's his claim to fame.
So yeah, it's really fortunate to have all kinds of backgrounds of music coming to me from my family. My mom was into beach music and the good country music like Alabama and stuff like that. And so I have a lot of those influences in me from my dad and my mom. They're both huge music lovers.
What made you choose a guitar?
It kind of chose me. The story is, and I was in second grade after church one Sunday. I had heard Amazing Grace. That was like one of the first songs I remember. And my parents, they used to, after church, everybody would kind of stand around and talk. And I climbed up on the piano and started playing Amazing Grace by ear because they'd played it in church that Sunday. And my mom was like, oh, we got to put her in piano. Oh my God, it's a prodigy, blah, blah, blah. And put me in piano lessons. And I took piano lessons for 7 years. But it just wasn't, I guess it was the way I was taught. It was very rigid, and I defy authority. If somebody tells me to do something, I'll do the exact opposite. So I really didn't care about practicing. I'd rather have, I feel like if I had the freedom to play the piano by ear and just played with it like I did guitar, I may still be playing it today, and I may pick it back up.
It would have been more fun.
Yeah, it would have made it more fun. But when I was, there was a group of guys that I used to hang out with, and several of them were really great guitar players. And we'd sit around and they taught me a couple chords and my dad had this little teeny tiny guitar. I think it was maybe my nephew's or something, and it had little nylon strings on it. And I wrote a song by just a few chords that my friends had taught me. And I took it to my dad and I was like, if I play you a song, will you buy me a real guitar? And I played him this song I wrote, and then he went to my grandpa, who has tons of guitars, and bought me a Washburn acoustic guitar when I was 18. And now from then to now, it's been in a pawn shop a couple times. It's been here and there. It's been, I've had a love-hate relationship with music. And, I just, my path left it for a little bit, and then thankfully it came back, and music kind of saved my life. But I got really serious about it because I'm a songwriter. And it really I learned guitar out of necessity just so I could write songs. Now, I taught myself how to play everything I learned up until about a year and a half ago. I started taking guitar lessons from blues guitarist Debbie Davies. And she's out of Connecticut, but there's this thing called Skype. And then when she comes into my living room once a week, and I took 52 lessons in a year. So that was right after my job had fallen apart and the band had quit, and it just consumed me. And I'm glad I had that. So it's like music came back to me and took it up a notch. And I had all that free time to get, and I'm able to express myself better with my instrument now because I know it more. But it just took me a while to get exactly where I wanted to be. But that's how I got.
That's interesting. Yeah. Robert, I saw you playing bass. I've known you as a guitar player, and obviously you do both.
Right.
That's quite obvious.
and
do both well.
Thank you.
But do you play other instruments, or is guitar your choice, or bass? Or tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I started playing bass in school when I was 15. I started playing because this group of guys that I hung out
Needed
with
a bass player.
They needed a bass player.
Yeah, I know the story.
You know the story. That's a story. That's a lot of bass player stories, man.
Right.
And so I took an acoustic guitar and put 4 strings on it. It wasn't even bass strings, but you got the gist of it.
Right,
I'm sitting there learning Kiss songs and Alice Cooper and all the other stuff I loved. And so it's so funny that when I played bass up until I was about 20. And bass is a really lonely instrument if you're playing by yourself. Because people come over, they're like, hey man, can you play this? And you're like, yeah, don't.
Right.
And they're like, okay, what's the next song?
Is that it? Are you sure?
Yeah, you can't really do it on bass. So then I switched over to acoustic, and I absolutely fell in love.
Yeah.
I absolutely fell in love. And I don't even consider myself a guitar player. I just consider myself a musician.
Yeah, well, okay.
More than anything, because in Stolen Hearts, we needed a bass player, because Pam does, a lot of the guitar stuff.
Maybe sometime later on we can have you back.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That would be great if we can do that sometime.
We would love to come back.
And
Anytime.
we wish you the best.
Yeah.
With,
Dirty
with
Southern Soul.
wish you the best with that. Well, folks, thank you so much for tuning in to the Tony D. Now Show, and we enjoyed it. I hope you did. Tune in again next time. Thank you.